Hey, what's up, guys? Man, straight up, it's been really bad in the NBA. I've realized I've actually talked about this in other videos that the last couple of days, last week and a half or so, NBA has not been good for us. Overall, the NBA, like, there's heavy favorites that are losing. There's teams that are tanking. There's a lot of injuries. Even the good teams, like for example, today the Cavaliers, they're very good. They have a 90% hit rate. However, they're sitting out Donovan, they're sitting out Mitchell, they're sitting out their starters. Reason being is that they're already ranked the first seed, and then they're going against the Pacers. So then the Pacers are still, trying to get a better positioning in the playoffs. This is a huge deal. I'm going to definitely write these notes for next season. But basically, after the All Star break, I saw a big shift in the way the teams play. And also, right now, the last 2 weeks or whatever, the last 10 games towards the playoffs are also dramatic as well. So I'm definitely taking notes, and you should too. Just be careful with these plays. So I'm not going to do the spreads anymore for the last couple of games until the playoffs start, and then I'll get back to normal. But basically, right now, I do have a play for you guys in baseball. I'll share some stuff that I like. Don't quote me on today. I'm not going to throw out any picks. I'm going to tell you who I like, and then you guys can pick and choose what you want. But because of the situation with the NBA and all the injuries and everything I just talked about with the playoffs, I'm going to just give you guys the information, and then you guys can decide what you want. I will give you guys three plays that are RBIs. The situation with that is that some books don't allow it. So I'll give them to you. You can check them out. Just stay tuned for that. These have been powerful yesterday. We had 8 batters. Yesterday, we actually had 8 batters that were not going to be hitting no RBIs. So like under 1 RBI. And the situation was that 2 out of those batters did get an RBI. But the way I'm going to show you is going to be 4. The way I'm going to show you, it's actually 3 parlays of 2 batters under 1 RBI. It'll make more sense once I show you. So really quickly, guys, I'm not gonna go deep into this, but basically yesterday was a push. It was a 4 and 4 day. Overall, I did share 4 plays yesterday, and 3 of them did not hit. So anybody that saw the live and the video and all that stuff, basically this is the one I shared. So this would have not hit for you if you just played that one play yesterday. However, inside the Discord, just like I said, 2 batters did not hit, but so total 8 batters, 2 of them did not hit. So they killed 2 parlays, and then the other 2 parlays did hit. So it was a 2-and-2 push. This was in the Discord, this was in the Discord, and then this was in the Discord. So if you guys want access to the Discord, we have a lot of free information. So if you guys want access to the Discord, we have a lot of information in there. So if you guys want access to the Discord, click on the link in the description. So if you guys want access to the Discord, go to the link in the description or click on beastsportspicks.com. And then you scroll down right here and you'll see Discord right here. So we share a lot of stuff in there as well. Make sure you take advantage of that. So these 3 right here, I actually shared on the live yesterday. And I said, don't quote me on these because I haven't done the research. But I ended up just putting them in anyway. And these 2 did not hit and this one did hit. So like I said, overall it was a 4-and-4 day. It wasn't bad. It wasn't crazy. But it was not good either. So really quickly, guys, I'm going to go through the NBA slate. I'll tell you exactly what I'm going with. You guys can kind of pick and choose, like I said, and then I'll give you the 3 teams that I really like. And then I'll just quickly talk about baseball and hockey. So this is what I was talking about, guys. You can see the Pacers right here. Their odds are ridiculous, minus 420. However, you can see that they're 80% covering spreads right here, but then Cleveland is also 70% covering spreads over here. So you can see right here, when the money line, whenever the Pacers have played right here, they're hitting at an 80% hit rate. Cleveland is hitting at a 70% hit rate. So what I was trying to talk about earlier was the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can see that they're 77% hit rate. However, you can see that the expected lineup is they're missing a lot of key players right here. They're missing Mitchell. They're missing Donovan. They got Garland over here is out. They got Mobley is out, Porter is out, Strus is out. So you can see they're sitting out their players, just like I had mentioned. They're questionable or out. Pretty much they're sitting out their squad right now, just in preparation for the playoffs. The Pacers have everybody in, and pretty much the Cavaliers have everybody out. So that's going to be the first leg, guys, is going to be the Pacers going against the Cavaliers on the money line. There's going to be 2 more money lines I'm going to share real quick, and then I'm going to put all 3 of them together. You guys can kind of pick and choose whatever you want. I'm not going to go into all the details for every single game. I know you guys that follow me already know I do my research. I'm not trying to show every little detail here. I'm just going to tell you, look, we do the head-to-head checking. We check the insights. We check the line moves. We check the projections. We check the injuries. Everything I just talked about this one game, it applies to the other games as well. So the next game I like is the Hawks. I'm going to take that also on the money line. So right now it's going to be the Pacers money line, the Hawks money line. The next one's going to be very expensive, but it's still worth throwing it in there to bring down the odds. So the next one's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. You can see on FanDuel, it's $9.50. However, like I said, you're going to be putting it with the Pacers, the Hawks, and the Bucks and together. And you can see again right here, the Bucks are 7-3, 70% in their last 10 games versus bottom 10 scoring defenses. Now, one very clear thing I want to mention is that all three of these teams are still fighting for playoff positioning. The Nets are completely tanked. They're done. And that's the actual reason that we're going with these plays. If you like this sort of information, guys, please subscribe. Also click on like. And if you like this, if you're fading it or you don't like this, whatever, make sure you comment as well. So I'm going to just talk about quickly what I like. Again, I have not done the full research on baseball or hockey. These are just the leans. And the leans are going to be the Guardians, the Hurricanes, the Avalanche, and the Knights. So the leans are very simple. It's going to be the Guardians. They're going against the White Sox. The White Sox are trash. We got the Hurricanes, the Avalanche, and the Knights. So that's about it, guys. Please make sure you subscribe, click on like, and also comment if you don't like these teams or if you're going to fade me, whatever. I want to hear from you. Please, if you're going to fade me, let me know why. Also, I want to hear from you. Please comment, like, and subscribe.